Manliest science fiction of all time? Let's see. Not just because there's, jetpacks and sword stabbing. It's about a boy who becomes a man, and the other men who instruct him along the way. And women too. Yeah, he's got like a hot-looking mom who has a magic voice. She does like space karate, smashes some guy with a rock. The hero in the movie, Paul Atreides, he learns honor from his father, Leto Atreides. He learns faith from his mother, the Lady Jessica, and he learns how to stab people by Josh Brolin teaches him. Science fiction has always really been for men. I mean, let's be honest, for nerdy men. Okay, I'm Gen X. Okay, when I was a little boy, there was only one Star Trek, and it was on late night TV, and it had Mr. Spock doing that paralyzing pinch with his neck, and William Shatner being all dramatic, and the aliens were just like somebody in like a face paint. When I was a kid, if you liked Star Trek, you were a nerd. I loved it, and now I'm like, some say the manliest man on the internet. Thank you. Women didn't watch Star Trek. As a matter of fact, when Star Wars came out, the first Star Wars, I was maybe 10 years old. No girl in America came running up to us on the playground saying, "Hey, can I play Star Wars with you guys?" They would tell us to shut up about it. They don't want to hear about Darth Vader or Han Solo, none of that. These days, look, if girls want to like science fiction, hooray. I got a 9-year-old daughter. She likes programming, mostly she likes animals. I mean, when I was 9 years old, I loved robots. She doesn't care about robots. Most girls don't care about robots in movies or books. But guys love robots. I don't know why. Maybe we think we can build one or fix one. I can't explain masculinity. I was born this way. I'm getting to Dune. I swear. I'm laying the groundwork. Just hang on. As a teenage boy in the 1980s, a young man did not tell a girl that he was dating. He liked science fiction. Didn't happen. I mean, I did it because I was kind of handsome. I know you can't picture it now, but ladies dug me when I was younger. I could get away with it. I remember I'd go to the comic book store. I bought a Judge Dredd badge. It was a comic book long before it was a movie. My 10th grade girlfriend would tell me it was embarrassing and I shouldn't wear it on my members only jacket. I did anyway. I didn't care. But mostly science fiction was for outsiders. It was for oddballs who didn't like watching baseball. So we read books. We read books like Dune. I was a big reader. We didn't have the internet back then. I read a lot. When Gen Xers hit their 20s in the 1990s, a gentleman named Quentin Tarantino made dorky things really cool. We kind of embraced shit that was alternative or different, made you think. We weren't so All right, let's talk about Dune. So this is a story about a guy who masters the universe. I mean, basically what it's saying is no matter how tough life is, no matter what it throws at you, using honor and faith, a little bit of violence, you can become the master of your own universe. But it's what you call allegorical, like you don't literally, have to become emperor of the universe, but your own universe, your business, your temperament, your neighborhood, where you live. Being a man is about not whining, doing what you gotta do, not complaining. Like, look at two greatest man movies of all time, besides Dune and Dune 2. Gladiator and Shawshank. Okay, in Gladiator, a man triumphs using willpower and violence. Great movie. And then in Shawshank, he triumphs using patience and his wits. He outsmarts everybody. Goes to show you don't have to kick ass to be a man. You just have to be really persistent and not quit. Don't ever give up. It's funny that the hero in Dune, the boy, the prince, Paul Atreides. I don't usually root for, like, rich kids, especially skinny ones. He needs to put on some muscle. He should probably do some shoulder presses. Put a bulking phase on. But he lost a lot. Sure, he was born rich. I usually like working man heroes. But, his father was killed. His family was wiped out. They smashed up his castle. And he worked really hard. Like, they show how hard he studied how to stab people. And then and that pays off later. It goes to show you maybe it's a good skill to have. It's good to know for discipline, for exercise, mental acuity. And, if you get into a knife fight, then probably you'll win. Dune is like a Western. There's like sunsets over the desert. They have guns. They instead of riding horses, they ride on worms, which is kind of weird, I would have liked it better if maybe they had, like, I don't know, giant gorillas or some type of, like, galactic tigers. I mean, it's a movie, it's a story. There's some wish fulfillment. You kind of wish you were this guy. He meets this gorgeous girl. She loves to go camping. Also, there's another hot chick that he gets to marry, and I think he keeps the other one as a side chick. There's a Mexican guy in it. He's really cool. He's like always hardworking and in a good mood. He believes that Paul Atreides is like a messiah. He's going to restore their desert planet to, like, fertileness, cover it with grass. He can mow lawns again. The villains are like these intergalactic skinheads. They're like really shitty bosses. Shout out to the director. I can't pronounce his name because it's like French. It's like Denis Villeneuve or something. Like, he probably wears like a beret. He probably carries around like a little easel. Like what do they call those things? That, like, you hold a paintbrush and you got like paint on it. I can totally picture that guy like wearing that on set. Probably yells action in French or something.